So a lot of people I know get angry when I use the term fetish for packaging. I tell people this when they really hate on digital distribution. Most of these people are nerds who claim that they want complete ownership over their media and don't really know the legality of all media and don't understand that they actually don't own anything, and yet are the same kind of nerds who go out and rebuy all their shitty anime on Blu-ray. They'll rebuy everything they own. They probably own 4 or 5 different copies of a lot of the same games that they have, and they'll rebuy it if they repackage it and put it out in a new format. But for some reason, ownership's an issue, even though they have all the same shit. If ownership was an issue, then why the hell do you give a shit if it's on a new format? I mean, okay, some things are improved, and you love it so much that you'll buy it again. If anything, digital distribution should be a blessing, because unless the service or company goes bankrupt, you'll own that piece of property forever, and they'll never really be able to re-release it unless little tiny insignificant add-ons and additions to it. So being on a digital format pretty much secures what is there forever, and they can't really fuck with it, put it on a new format, and ask you to rebuy it, unless you have a fetish for packaging. I also find it quite ironic that a lot of these people have issues with unboxings. I see all these people that praise the wonders of physical media and how physical media means true ownership and that they stick up to the man, but they criticize unboxing videos. They don't understand that the same merit, it's a fetish for packaging. That's literally what it is. I mean, honest to God, the anime that you liked in 7th fucking grade doesn't look that much better in Blu-ray. I'm sorry, it fucking doesn't. And neither does the 10-year-old game upscaled to 720p. That doesn't look that much better either, and in some ways worse on a new television. So can you honestly tell me that it's not a fetish for packaging? You try to recap the nostalgia of opening, and it is a fetish. If you look at the comments I get, when I was a child, I opened this package and read the manual. I opened it, and it brought back so many memories of Christmas and this shit. It's a fetish, it's a nostalgia, it's a fucking ego trip of back in the day values. And let's be honest, it's only because it's something that's physical. I don't think that many people nostalgia about waiting for hours to download something on Windows 95, and if they do, it's to point out how much better things have gotten. And then that's what you should be thinking, about how much better things have gotten. I mean, wow, I don't need a DVD anymore, because, I have over 100 fucking games on a hard drive. That's so much better than opening an individual DVD and having tons of DVD boxes in my house. That's what you should be thinking about. But you don't think about it the same way as you do internet speeds or shit like that. You have this fetish for opening packages. You have this fetish for taking the plastic off. That's why I find it funny when they criticize unboxings, because that's basically what it is. People who want to see other types of countries boxing, how it's packaged. A lot of people love that shit, just like a lot of people love logos, and a lot of people love branding, and all kinds of different stuff. I mean, it's interesting. Graphic design is absolutely fucking interesting, and so is shipping and packaging, and that's why people have clung to it. And I think that a lot of these people who don't want physical media to go away are just the type of people who just love packaging. They have this thing for it. They love to open the game. And that's basically what it is. Personally, I couldn't give 2 shits. Oh no, I couldn't make unboxing videos. I don't really care. I just dick around with those anyway. A lot of YouTubers stand up for physical media because they actually do care about unboxings, because it is a major money source, easy views, and takes no effort. Unboxing is the biggest bullshit video ever. and I've done them, and I'll admit to it that it's just a fucking way to get views. I used to mock people. I used to do it just to fucking mock people. Like Fox McCloud DS. He was so fucking proud of his Fable 2 unboxing that he got that I said, you know what? I'm gonna beat you in views for your shitty Fable 2 unboxing. So I spammed it all over my social networks and put it on autoplay on my channel, and I was beating him for a while, and it pissed him the fuck off. Why? Because his life and love and his blood of his channel was unboxing videos. His whole channel was dedicated to that shit. And some Joe Schmo like me who doesn't give two shits about unboxing videos and just does them because they're easy and it was a fucking trend and I make fun of them now, could beat him in views. It offended him. It, honest to God, offended him because he truly believed there's some inherent merit and value to his unboxing videos. Because people have a fetish for packaging. People have a fetish for going out and waiting to get something. I think it's interesting. I think it's a phenomenon in capitalism that people are so dedicated to brands and so dedicated to, different types of values in games and shoes and shit like that. And that's one thing I find funny too. These people, a lot of people on my Jordans, like midnight on thing or whatever the fuck it was, release, my brother went to, and I went with him, and I thought it was interesting, so I recorded it. A lot of these people are like, I can understand a game, but a shoe? First off, I give more credit to those Jordan people. And even though people are like, oh, I hate these swag people and all this shit, they have some more common sense. These people go out and buy these shoes because they can turn a profit, an easy profit. And it's kind of worth the fucking 5 hours you wait in line if you actually obtain one of these shoes. These shoes go for almost 3 times the amount of money that you purchased them for. And you will easily make $300. And for some people only waited out there 3 hours in line. So $300, $100 an hour, that's easy fucking money. And what about video games? Video games lose money. Why? Because they're not only printed once. And they're not limited, super limited and stuff. And even the collector's edition lose value. Video games have a loss in value. Shoes and cards and shit like that value goes through the roof as time goes on. So collecting these shoes and selling them off to some people who desperately want them, or selling them off to people who didn't want to wait in line, that's a good way to make money. That makes sense. It makes a lot more sense than waiting for a video game that's going to be worth $40 the moment you walk out the store. So can you tell me how it's more ridiculous for someone to wait for a shoe at the moment they walk out the store, it has increased in value by $300 than it is to wait in line for Call of fucking Duty, walk out the store, and the most you'll be able to get for it is probably $40 on eBay, and if you sell it back to GameStop, you're only gonna get $29? I mean, come on. You can't honestly tell me that it's a better investment. No, this is just nerds trying to capitalize on the fact that they can't understand that their cultures are not unique. That this midnight release and unboxings and all this shit, this is not unique to gaming. It's unique to everything. Everything has an equivalent. Like, the Jordans waiting in line is the gangster and, the rap culture, hip-hop, gang culture equivalent to the nerds waiting outside for Halo fucking 3. And that's the truth. There's just this ultra-elitism that comes from nerds that think they have such a higher prowess than these people. That they think that they're so much better and so much more intelligent, when in all reality, you're pretty much the same thing. But instead of obsessing about Jordans and about football and about basketball, you're obsessing about Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball Z. There's no fucking difference. And don't get me wrong, a lot of these people on the other side don't realize that shit either. Some of these people actually believe that fantasy football is more socially acceptable and actually is a lot different from Dungeons and fucking Dragons. No, it's just the jock equivalent. And people actually believe that rooting for fucking football teams is any better than rooting for a piece of fucking plastic like they do here on YouTube with the console wars. No, it's the same shit. It's just that one is deemed more socially acceptable than the other because more people can relate. But of course that'll change because what people don't understand is that nerds have won the culture war. And if you don't believe that, you watching on your smartphone, tablet, or laptop things that were deemed socially acceptable 30 years ago, you're a fucking idiot.